It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and today we got a beer from Full Circle Brew Co. I've drank a lot of their beer recently, and this is their Funhouse Cold IPA, coming in at 6.5% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. Ignore the condensation on the can. I picked it up from ASDA. It's been at my fridge about 25 minutes, so it's had a chance to warm up a little bit, just to kind of get them hops and the malt warmed up slightly, so you're able to take all of those flavours in. When you over chill a beer, we'll get to that in a moment. Let's talk about it when we're opening the can. But when you over chill a beer, you lose all of that flavour. It disappears in the chill. It's why in the 90s we lived through extra cold best bitters that had no flavour. It's because they were extra cold and they were full of chemicals. So beer in the glass, one finger whitehead, small amount of carbonation, little bit of haze. So I always get slightly confused with cold IPA. It's brewed with lager yeast. So it's almost like a slightly different version, pardon me, of a brut IPA. Brewed with lager yeast, brewed at a colder temperature. They dry hop it, so it's nice and crisp, nice and refreshing. And this is it. As I mentioned, I picked it up from ASDA. It was £2.77 a can. If you want to buy it on its own, it's £3.50 a can. But you can pick it up on a deal, a 4 for 3 deal. So you buy 3 cans, you get your 4th free. That takes it down from £3.50 on a single can to that buying 4 cans, if you like, buying 3, getting the 4th free. That takes it down to £2.77. So it looks good. Looks good. Let's get the aroma. We'll talk about Full Circle in a moment, but I want to concentrate on the beer. Super juicy. Quite dry, quite peppery, quite spicy. That's that kind of lager yeast coming in. But then it's very tropical. I'm picking up like guavas, passion fruit, mango. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. I'm going to go again. It's quite carbonated. You can feel the beer hissing and fizzing and getting pushed around the inside of the mouth, releasing more of that flavour. But the flavours, a little bit disappointing. This is the first beer from Full Circle Brew Co. that I've had that I've not really liked. If you spoke to me, so let's concentrate back on the flavours for a moment. It's sort of passion fruit guava, but then with some lemon and lime. It's just a bit dull. It's just a bit dull, and I mean, let's just not go too heavy hitting at the moment. There might be some flavour in the bottom of the can here. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes a beer can be saved with that last 2 inches of beer being thrown in. Let's try again. No. It's a boring supermarket canned craft beer. Now, I'm not standing here saying all supermarket craft beer is boring. There are some exceptions. This, picked it up from the same supermarket in ASDA, 4.5% ABV, and I thought it was quite frankly brilliant. It was a really good, it's a pale ale. It's not an IPA as far as I'm concerned. It's 4.5%. That's very much in pale ale category, but it was a really good Citra pale ale. Really good, really solid, really tasty. I'd buy it again. But there's so many poor supermarket beers these days. There's so many really poor, really kind of like just, which is so forgettable. They're so forgettable. They all become this kind of the same thing. And I'm surprised with Full Circle. If you talked to me 18 months ago about Full Circle, you'd be speaking to people on the grapevine in the beer community, and they'd be saying, oh yeah, you've got to try something from Full Circle. They're really good. Their beers are fantastic. Based in Newcastle, United Kingdom. Really, really like one of those sought after breweries. You have to try it. Within that 18-month time span, I've had beer from them in Sainsbury's, ASDA, Tesco, probably Morrison's. And the first few beers were really good. Or I say the other beers were really good. This one is the first beer which I'm going to say falls into that category of just another boring supermarket craft beer. And I got to be honest with you, I'm not prepared to shell out £2.77 on a 3-for-4 deal for a can of this beer. For me personally, it might be 6.5% ABV. You might be buying it just for the kick. But I drink beer for flavour, and this just isn't doing it for me. It's like a Ford Cortina in a Ferrari world. Craft beer is very much Ferrari. If you want to drink a Ford Cortina, buy a Carling, buy a Foster's, buy a Stella. I'm not saying Full Circle are Foster's, Carling and Stella. I might be a bit kind of mucked up with that phrase, but it's not leading edge. It's not like if they were producing beers like this 18 months ago, then people would have been sending me messages saying, oh, don't bother with that Full Circle stuff. It's all right. It's not going to kind of break any boundaries. Whereas 18 months ago, mid-23, mid-2023, people were like, oh yeah, this stuff's brilliant. I was getting the messages, the WhatsApp messages. This stuff's fantastic, you've got to try it. I just hope this is not the future for this brewery. I just hope that they maybe step back from the precipice of boring supermarket craft beer. I'm going to rate it. It looks okay, head's dissipated. It's a cold IPA, so perhaps that was always going to happen. It's slightly hazy. It's got a half decent aroma. It's got that kind of supermarket beer aroma where it's like tropical and just tropical. And then the taste is kind of dry lager-like with like this kind of mixed fruit tropical flavour going on. For me, it's quite poor actually. It's a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. I won't be buying it again. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.